Anti-Talk back with another reaction video to a player departure. This time it's Junior Morias. He's left the club by mutual consent, which I think, you know, is probably the best for both parties. Junior probably very frustrated with his time at Notts, as in, I think he's only played 11 games, scored 1 goal, wasn't really given a run of games to sort of show what he can offer. But look, the head coaches and managers, if you will, that are in the club at the time have probably seen him in training and they know what he's about, and maybe feel that we had better options at the time. So I think it's only fair for the point that he's at in his career for us to sort of give him the option to, if you know, you're potentially not going to play, you're probably not going to play at Notts. You know, you can stay and fight and see if the next head coach is going to want you in. But if not, you know, you have that chance to go on, and I think that is the best thing for Junior as well. A player that's gone on loan. He'd gone on loan to Dagenham and Woking, was recalled early from his loan at Woking. I'm not really sure why. I mean, fair enough, we were a little bit thin at the time, but he didn't play. I mean, I think he played 15-20 minutes in the last playoff game at Wimbledon. But I mean, it's a big ask for a player like that who's not played for the club for such a long time to come in and make any impact, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, there's a few ways of looking at that. It's sort of another one of those failed signings, isn't it? We've had a lot of big hopes pegged on him, really. He was coming in sort of offering a little bit of a different dimension up top, but, you know, it's not worked out for him. And, you know, I wish him all the best. He showed little sign of promises, and I think seeing what he did at Woking and some of the goals he scored as well, especially at Dagenham, he's a great little player, and I think a club will pick up a real decent player there who's going to be fairly seasoned with some of the loan spells that he had last season. So yeah, all credit to him. What I will say is it frees up more on the wage bill, doesn't it? That's obviously in the last few days now. That's McGoldrick and Junior. Obviously McGoldrick going to be, you know, the highest paid at the club. I think Junior was on, in my, you know, this is a guess, I don't know anything, and I'm not privy to information like that, but I'd say he was on decent money because of the scenario that we bought him into the club at. So it's just more wages freed up. I'd say there's probably 3 or 4 more players on the list of retained players that are still under contract that you could potentially see maybe leave the club or maybe go out on loan just to free up that little bit more wage bill. And then I'm hoping to see sort of maybe in the next couple of days, I was hoping it'd be today actually, that we'll either see a new manager or some incomings, but I think the new manager or head coach or whatever you want to call it coming in sort of opens the gate then to the new signings, because I think players will obviously be a little bit hesitant to sign for a club that don't have a head coach in place. So yeah, that's all my opinion on the Junior situation, really. Gutted it didn't really work out for him. You know, there was a little bit of promise there at times, I suppose, but he never really hit the ground running at Notts, and he was never really given a run of games to show his qualities. So I wish him all the best. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you think it's concerning that we're losing players or if you think it was the right move so far. I'm not too downhearted with the news that we've had at the moment. I think McGoldrick leaving is devastating because of the season that he had last season, but I think if he's wanting similar money to what he has been on, I think, you know, he's only going to get older and the legs are only going to go more, and he's picked up a couple of injuries this season. Like Tom said, the injury that he picked up at the end of this season could go into next. So yeah, it's look, if you look online, it's uncertain times, isn't it, for Notts? But in my opinion, I have no doubt that the owners are going to come in clutch, really, and sort of pull something out the bag. So I think we've got a couple of exciting weeks ahead, in terms of, like I've just said, a head coach and some new signings. So we'll see how that goes.